Peace and blessings. Hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody's enjoying their night, their day, their evening, everything. So the topic of it, like I said in the description, is following God, following Jesus Christ can be super hard. This walk can be super hard when you try to follow God. And that's something a lot of people don't talk about. You know, you have a lot of people get on here and they talk about, a lot of these people just talk. They just tell you, you know, all the beautiful things of being a chosen one. They tell you, you know, Bible verses. They tell you all these things, but they never speak about the spiritual warfare that goes on. They never talk about the attacks that you got to go through. They make it seem like it's so easy and that everything's just peaches and cherries and everything's just cake. But they don't ever tell you about, you know, you wanting to give up, by you being tested every day, by you not wanting to continue at times. See, nobody tells you that. They just tell you, you know, follow God, follow Jesus Christ, have faith. You know, we're all in our own carnal selves to where you don't even know if they're following. You don't even know if they're going through the same thing as you. We're not here to judge anybody. But at the same time, it's like a lot of people don't, to me, I don't know if they're really walking the walk or they just talking the talk. Because it's easy to talk the talk, but can you walk the walk too as well? And a lot of people are really not doing that. And that's the fact of the matter that I wanted to get on here and tell you guys that is, everybody says follow God, follow Jesus Christ, but they don't tell you about anything that is bad. They don't tell you about the suffering that you got to go through. They don't tell you about you're going to be hated by the world. They don't talk about that. You just hear people posting Bible verses, hear people talk about, oh, life's going to be good, you're going to get blessings, you're going to get money. They never tell you that you're going to lose family. They never tell you about the friends you're going to lose. They don't ever tell you about the things you're going to struggle with. They just tell you all this nonsense. They just tell you everything, and it has me just questioning things like, are they just talking the talk, or are they really walking the walk? Because when you're out here really trying to walk with God, this shit is hard. This shit is hard. And that's the thing that a lot of people don't get, you know, is they want to say chosen ones and everybody's chosen, but to be chosen, it's a blessing and a curse at the same time. Because you have wisdom, you have all these things, and you realize, you know, the world is not so pleasing after you've done traveled the world a couple of times, after you've done gained all these worldly possessions. Once you gain all this materialistic things and money, you start realizing, man, this shit ain't even worth nothing. But I see everybody on YouTube, I see everybody, you know, all over social media posting how great it is, you know, and God's gonna bless you and God's gonna do this and that. And I'm like, are they even walking with God? Are they even telling the people how hard it is? Are they? Because it's like a lot of people don't realize, man, if you're gonna follow Jesus Christ, you're gonna walk with God. This stuff is hard. It's rough. It's going to take a lot of patience. It's going to take a lot of faith. It's going to take a lot of you believing in stuff that you can't see that it's going to just work out. You not believing in having money, you're going to have to just rely on Him, that He's going to provide a way, you know. And that's the hardest thing for me, is to realize, you know, when my money goes low, what is He going to do? Is just a bag of money is going to fall out the sky? That's the hardest part. I feel like all of us that are believers of God and Jesus Christ, we're all going to face, is when it comes to that time, is your faith that strong that you're going to believe that money's gonna fall out the sky? Is your faith that strong that you're gonna believe, everything's gonna work out? And that's the hardest thing. I don't think a lot of these people on YouTube or all over social media, they're telling you guys that this walk is hard. This walk is super hard. And I don't even know if they're walking it. Because if they're walking it, why don't they explain to you guys or explain to the people how hard it is? The spiritual warfare that you go through, all the stuff that you're addicted to just comes at you all at once. It's like, I feel like people need to share that more, because all I hear is Bible verses. Oh, everything's going to be okay, sister. Everything's going to be okay, brother. All this stuff. But how come you don't talk about the spiritual warfare? That's what pisses me off right now. Because I'm battling spiritual warfare. I'm battling on my faith being tested. I'm battling every day on, do I want to give up? Do I want to keep following God and Jesus Christ? I keep battling. I keep going through these things. And I know if I'm walking it and I'm going through it, I know more people are walking through it too as well. And it just gets tempting, man. And nobody's talking about this stuff. And that's what pisses me off. It's like every day I see on social media, I see everybody talking about, oh, you're doing good, brother. You're doing good, sister. Wealth is going to come to you. Oh, just pray about it. Do all this. But are you walking with God, though? Are you? Because at the end of the day, I'm trying to walk with God, and this shit's hard. And I want all these people that preach about God and let the people know this shit is hard. This ain't no walk in the park. This stuff is, it's going to test you. Like I said, when your money goes low, what are you going to do? How are you going to eat? How are you going to survive? Is your faith going to produce anything in there? And that's the thing that's crazy, where a lot of people don't talk about it. I'm just tired of hearing all these people all over social media saying, it's all good, you're a chosen one, and you don't know what it is to be a chosen one. Many are called, but few are chosen. Okay, so there's a blessing and there's a curse by being a chosen one. Hey, what's up, Anthony? So it's a blessing and a curse, because you know all this knowledge, you know these insights, you know that the world is dying every day. But then you realize everybody around you, they're just brainwashed, they're asleep. And it's hard to wake anybody up, but as you're walking on this path and you're trying to do the best you can, you're trying to be walking in righteousness, you're trying to be a good man, you're trying to break generational curses, you start realizing everything just comes and attacks you super hard. Everything just comes and attacks you super hard. All your sinful ways, all your lusts, all your addictions, everything just starts coming at you rapid. And it's like, I'm trying to hold on. I'm trying to hold on to God as much as I can. I'm trying to hold on. I'm trying to keep faith. We're all doing our best. We're not all gonna be our best. We can try to be perfect, but like I said, I'm just tired of hearing all these people on social media preach all this stuff, and I don't even know if they're walking with God even themselves. Because if they're truly walking with God, then they would know it's hard. And they would tell that to the people, like, hey, it's going to be hard walking with God. It's going to be hard repenting from all your sins and knowing that the real battle comes now. And that's the hardest part that I feel like I'm going through right now, is you're trying to walk this narrow path. You're trying to do everything that's according to the Bible. You're over here trying to do what's right, and everything just comes and attacks you. And then what pisses me off again is, like I said, I see a bunch of people all over social media just reading Bible verses, saying everything's going to be good, this and that, just giving you a feel-good message, not telling you the truth. Not telling you the truth, like, hey, we need to change our ways, we need to do better. We're going to fall, but we can get back up and rest assured in God. They're not telling that to the people, I feel like. And it's really heartbreaking to me, because yes, I'm trying to follow God. Yes, I'm trying to turn away from wickedness. I'm trying to do all these things, but every day we battle. Every day spiritual warfare. Every day is going to be a test of your faith. And if I'm going through it, I know there's a lot of people going through it. And I feel like more people need to be on social media talking about this stuff. You need to talk about it because this is hard. And everybody that's online, I don't know, they're not really talking about much. Really not talking about nothing. All they're talking about is Bible verse after Bible verse. And to be honest, I don't know. Tell the people how hard it is. Tell the people don't give up. Yeah, I see those motivationals of don't give up. It's gonna get better. Just put your faith. But speak about how hard this walk is. I want to know if there's more people on social media trying to walk with God and realize how hard it is. This stuff ain't no walk in the park. This stuff is not no walk in the park. So I'm tired of seeing people all over social media telling other people that it's a walk in the park and it's easy to follow God. It's easy. I don't know if they're following God. I don't even know if they even know what it takes to follow God. If they even went through the same stuff too. I know there's a few, I can feel it in my soul and in my spirit that I know that they went through the trials and tribulations of it. But I'm just tired of seeing stuff. So I thought I'd get on here and speak about it because I don't know, it's sickening to me because I'm trying my best to walk with God. I'm trying everything I can and I'm being attacked. And people don't realize how hard this walk is. So I want to get on here and tell you guys that this walk is super hard. And do not give up. I'm going hard. I'm not giving up. I'm still here pushing through. It's just I want all you guys to understand. I want everybody to understand if you're really gonna pick up your sword, you're really gonna pick up your Bible, just know that it's hard. Just know you're gonna go through a lot. You're gonna lose a lot. You know how much stuff I lost. You know what I gave up. I gave up a lot of things. I gave up a lot of stuff. I gave up a lot of stuff. And people don't realize that. They don't realize what you got to give up. I gave up money. I gave up job opportunities. I gave up my cars. I gave up my home. I gave up all these things to want to walk with God and to be a better man. And then you realize you get tested every day. You get tested for everything. And you go through a bunch of attacks. And that's going to be the hardest part about this journey is to come to yourself to realize, is it worth it? Why did I give up all these things? And if I feel like I'm being forsaken, I feel like, my prayers are not being answered. I feel like God's not speaking to me. And that's going to be the hardest thing I think everybody's going to face on this walk. Besides the temptations and your worldly pleasures and your worldly sins, is having that faith to keep pushing through. And that's the part that I want more people to speak about. Because not a lot of people are talking about it. And I feel like they need to be talked about. Because it's going to test you. If you're really trying to walk with God, you're really trying to be on this path, man, it's going to test you. And I haven't heard one person tell me that, There's some people on YouTube, you got New Breed, you got Mark the Messenger, you have Jay, you have these people that tell you, but I'm just tired of seeing people on social media telling others that it's a walk in the park to follow God and try to walk this narrow path when this shit is hard. It's gonna test you. It's really gonna push you to see where you're faced at. And that's what I don't think a lot of people are ready for. I'm blessed though. I understand God has his hand on me. I understand. Look where I'm at. I'm at a beautiful destination. I'm at a beautiful place where a lot of people wish they could be in their lifetime, and they'll probably never step foot on this ground that I'm standing on. And I know I'm blessed, and I know the Lord blessed me with that. But I'm on here to tell you guys too at the same time. It's heartbreaking when you have to go through the tests and trials, and I don't think a lot of people understand that stuff. Yes, I'm blessed to be here. Yes, I'm blessed to have my feet here on this ground that I know a lot of people will probably never get to see in their lives, especially where I come from, my hometown, where I was born and raised. My family members, I know they might not ever get to step foot in these places that I've been, and I am blessed for that. I'm not saying anything's wrong with that. I'm just saying on this walk with God, it is super hard. And I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best for all you guys too that are watching this. I'm trying my best to walk that narrow path myself. But something I realize now is it's hard. And I can't stress that enough because a lot of people get on social media talking like it's easy. Like this is a easy peasy walk in the park, this and that, like it's gonna just be the best thing ever, and it is. But they're not telling you, how hard it is. They're not telling you everything you gotta give up. I had to give up a lot of things, like I said. Gave up a lot of stuff, and at times, God's silent with you. And you just want to have that confirmation, so you can keep going hard. So you know that you're on the right path. And sometimes you don't get it. Sometimes you really have to be silent. Sometimes you don't ever get any type of confirmation. And that's like, okay, well, does that make you or break you? Does that define who you are because he's not speaking to you right now? But I am blessed. I know he has his hand on me. And I just want you guys to know it's a hard walk. So are you really walking with God? Or are you just talking? Because there's a difference. I'm out here really trying to walk with God, and it's hard. I don't know if anybody else, or if you're just playing church, just trying to go to church every Sunday. I'm not going to church every Sunday. I'm trying to build a relationship with Jesus Christ the best way I can. Yeah, man, I'm gonna get out of here though. I just wanted to tell you guys, it's a hard walk to do, but it's worth it if you're willing to walk this walk. But be willing to walk this walk and don't just talk the talk. Because when you just talk the talk, you're gonna see what the walk is about. And this walk is something else. And I just want all you guys to know that. If you can, like the live, subscribe to the channel. Peace and blessings.